Good morning, everyone. How are you doing this motivational Monday? Here we are again at the top of the week, ready to do it again, ready to set our goals, ready to stay focused, ready to be determined where we are going in 2015. If you do not know it already, 2015 is going to be a wonderful year for you, those that are here in Team Effort Network, because there are some great things in store for you. All you got to do is know it and act like it. It is a wonderful day indeed. It's a little rainy here on the East Coast, but that's okay, because we're still feeling good because we have our vitamin D, and we have our Super 10, and we have our Slim by 10, and we have our Soul Energy, and we have our B Boost. So we are doing just fine. So family, you have dialed into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, where you will hear things that will move you from facts to faith to action. The line is open. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself. Let us know where you're calling in from.
Good morning, this is Carol Dillingham from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the house.
Woo-hoo! Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How's it going there in Pennsylvania?
Blessed and highly favored, Pastor.
Oh, it's so good to hear that. Good to hear you this morning.
Thank you. It's good to be back on with you guys.
It is so good to hear from you. I'm going to try to reach Lawrence to get in touch with you so we can have him as a guest speaker.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Well,
Thank
family,
you.
let's with us this morning. Go right ahead. Introduce yourself.
Coming straight out of Clinton, Maryland, it's showtime. We're That's a people company that ain't second. Look, we're second to none. You can never duplicate the attraction. You can never duplicate what Jesus did, and you can never duplicate 10. Let's go.
Woo, let's go. That's right, Showtime. Let's get this show on the road, right, Showtime?
Let's go, baby. It's on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling in with that great enthusiasm. Thank you so much. Love it, love it, love it. Keep it coming, family. Who else is with us this morning? Go right ahead. Introduce yourself.
I'm up in Marlboro, Maryland.
Up from Marlboro, Maryland. Welcome to the house. How are you this morning?
I am fabulous, and how are you?
I am fabulous, right along with you. Good to hear you this morning.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia's in the house. Who's that calling from Atlanta?
Shakina.
Hey, Shakina, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Girl, we are so full up from all that wonderful information you just downloaded in us last week. Cannot wait to have you back on the call this week.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you so much.
John Joseph, Emeryville, California.
Okay, John. Have you come down a little bit yet, or are you still up there on cloud 59?
We're floating. Well, I tell you, the 10 family had a success and had an awesome launch. Everybody was very supportive. It was absolutely magnificent. For the first event of the year, I say 10 really blast off.
Wow. Well, John, I saw some of the pictures on Facebook. I saw all these cars, Mercedes-Benz and BMWs with all these big bows on them. I saw Danny Glover's in the house, and he's on stage, and he's taking the 10 sprays. I saw Samantha looking like $1 million. My goodness. Yeah.
Awesome. We got $100,000 cars.
Woo! Give it away. Paid for by Team Effort Network.
Yeah, Memo got his M6 BMW. Oh, boy. We're rocking and rolling, so we're ready to go.
Wow. Well, now
Yes.
if you're available maybe Thursday or Friday this week, we'd love for you to come on and just share that event with us.
Absolutely.
So you let me know what day works for you. It sounds great.
Okay.
My goodness. Thank you so much. Well, Sam, I'm talking about anyone else want to introduce himself?
Millionaire in the making, Sheila Taylor McDuff, Atlanta, Maryland.
Let's go ahead, Miss Sheila. Welcome to the call, lady. Welcome.
Thank you.
Springdale, Maryland.
All right, welcome to the call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's me. We got Keith Moses from Only, Maryland.
I know that's right. I know Keith is in the house. Keep going. Real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Welcome, Keith. How's it going, sir?
Oh, it's going wonderful, wonderful. I got my two, but I got to get my other two.
I hear you.
I got to keep getting my two.
That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do all year long. Game over. That's it. That's the plan, right? That's the blueprint. That's the blueprint right there.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
That is a blueprint here for 10 Team Effort Network. Your two, you get your two, and their two get their two, and that's all you have to do. And game is over. And our goal is set starting in the month of January. Everyone that wants to get to that $22,750 a month retirement, it will happen. Look at that, family. It will happen January 2016. If you stay focused, if you stay determined, if you stay disciplined enough to make it happen, it will happen. If you stay plugged in, and some great things are set up for you for that great success to happen. It just takes two. Starting in the month of January, you get your two, help those two get their two, and then you call a meeting with those four, then you help those four get their two, then you call a meeting with those 16, then you help those 16 get their two, then you call a meeting with those 32, and you help those 32 get their two, and that is it. That is the plan for 2015 for us here in Team Effort Network. Great things are happening, as you heard. Mr. Donald Joseph and the West Coast team had a phenomenal event over the weekend. I mean, I saw pictures on Facebook. I saw brand new cars being given away, paid for by Team. Did you all see the pictures? I mean, I don't even remember how many cars there were lined up with these beautiful bows on them, just from the efforts of people sharing their testimonies and sharing their life story and their events that they've encountered from being a part of Team Effort Network, and having people to come in to be a part of something great that's happening, and the rewards that have gone past, that's gone out, and the acknowledgement, it's just been priceless. There was Danny Glover. They got Danny Glover at the event. He's taking the sprays. He was on stage talking about the 10 vitamin sprays, and Samantha Richardson was there. I didn't even recognize Samantha. She looked so beautiful. I mean, she has these sprays. She's been taking these sprays. As you know, Samantha has a wonderful testimony. She was vitamin D, what they call starving syndrome. She had bone starving syndrome, but not having any vitamin D in her body at all, that caused all types of health conditions in her life. But boy, when she sent me the picture this weekend of her and Danny Glover, I said, "Is that you?" The picture. She said, "Yes, that's me." I could not believe it. My goodness. And as we all know, Renetta Hall had a great part to play with inviting Danny Glover to the event, and of course Memo and the team and the family and Prissy were all there. I understand Memo received a beautiful BMW. I think we'll have Don Joseph come back and talk more in detail about that. But the West Coast just blew it up. And here on the East Coast, we had our very own Jerome Tucker, who was on the World Gospel Radio Station talking about nothing other than 10 vitamin sprays all day long. Worldwide radio station talking about 10 vitamin sprays, and we've all called in and listened in to support him there, and they've asked him to come back to talk even more. So, yes, wonderful things are happening here in Team Effort Network. You are part of that, and do not forget, we have until the end of this month to take advantage of the Frenzy bonus, and we know so many of us already qualify for that. I know you all are going to be smiling a couple of paydays from now, because that Frenzy bonus is double your Fast Start bonus. When you bring in your new business partner and they bring in theirs, that new business partner receives, instead of $50 Fast Start, a $100 Fast Start bonus. What a wonderful way to start up your new business. And if they get a second person within that same 7 days, they triple the Fast Start bonus, receiving $150 for their Fast Start bonus on their two new business partners. And that has happened this month, in the last couple of weeks, over and over and over. And I see that more tickets are being purchased for the 10 extravaganza. Folks are going to be in the house on March the 14th. The tickets are still at the early bird price until Wednesday of this week. Don't let that opportunity pass you by. Get your tickets. You know you're going to be there for the 10 extravaganza taking place in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Mirage. It is going to be an event you don't want to miss. I'm going to stop right here, bring on my business partner, one-star Pastor Del Wafer. Pastor Del, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, doing good, doing good. Great rainy morning today, but I tell you, we're out here early, pumping, getting things done. I mean, there was some amazing pictures, and pictures tells a lot of stories of the West Coast event over the weekend. And the stories that I saw was, people excited, people charged up, people motivated, people getting, their keys to their cars. You saw Mel and Amy there with Danny Glover and Memo and his team. Hats off to Memo and Don Joseph and them and that team for pulling off such an amazing event, such a great event. These are the kind of things that we like to see because it keeps the momentum. It keeps people excited. It keeps people moving and growing their business. I can imagine a bunch of people signed up there over the weekend as well, and that's what we're looking for, brand new blood, brand new business partners who can see the opportunity to attend offers to build dreams, change lives, and really turn around bad choices. Sometimes we make bad choices in our finances, bad choices in our health, but this company has given us the ability to turn it around, turn your bad choices around, turn your health around, turn your bad financial decisions around, and now become a person who can strive for your dreams. And this is what this company has positioned us for. And so when you see the activity that we have on the West Coast and all the activities that's taking place on the East Coast, and we won't leave out Vicky Soto and her team there in the Midwest. When you see all of these things that's going on, down in the South with Atlanta and Florida, this is a ripe opportunity as we go into 2015 here, guys, in the first quarter of 2015 to just pull out all the stops and really promote, get people into the TTPs, start doing TTPs if you're not. Get people in their Super Saturdays. We're planning a big Super Saturday here. It's a lot of things going on, so we're really excited about all the things going on. Let me just say this real quickly as well. As you guys know, South Africa, Canada, and Trinidad is soon to be new markets that we're going in 10. And we have working really diligently there in South Africa and now in Trinidad as well. And one of our business partners, AMSA, will be heading to Trinidad on Wednesday to set up the first meeting with distributors there. So we're really excited about what's taking place. And I want to encourage you, I want to ask anybody on the line, if there's people in Trinidad, that you want to introduce this business to, please let us know so that we can get them in that first meeting with AMSO. He'll be there for about 3 weeks setting up some meetings. And so we really want to make sure we cover all our bases. We know there's a lot of people on the line and a lot of people that may not be in our region that know people, have family, have friends in Trinidad that would want to be introduced to this business. So please make sure you contact me, get my information. We're going to have a Trinidad-only call tonight at 8 p.m., and we'd love to get you on that call so you can kind of get briefed on what's happening in Trinidad and what we're doing. So we'll post it as well. We'll post the call as well in the Tenacious webpage, so you'll be able to capture that information. But I want to give you my number right now, so write it down so you can call me, 202-747-8009, 202-747-8009. Give me a call so we can get you on that call and we can get Trinidad up and running. We want to have 300 or 400 people day one in Trinidad, guys. So we're really excited about it. Back to you, Pastor D.
Well, I have one team player. She has 300 alone that she's won.
There you go.
So just make sure the room is big enough, twin, Don't underestimate. Well, you heard it, family. If you have friends and family and prospects in Trinidad, get them aboard. They definitely want to hear Ansel share what's happening, what we're about to do there in Trinidad, and South Africa is right around the corner from being launched as well. Well, again, it is Motivational Monday, and we always have this fantastic lady comes on every Monday. It just loads us up with wonderful tools and equipment and different ways to think and to strategize and to visualize how we're going to bring forth these goals that we're setting for ourselves in 2015. And I do hope one thing that you've already done this month, I hope that you've already written out your goals, and I hope that you're reading them and placing them before you every day. So if you haven't done that already this month, Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do, but tell them, Nikisha, what you going to do about that? If they have not written those goals down yet, what are we going to do about that?
Well, you know what, Pastor Denise? It's what are they going to do about that? I mean, it's their goals. It's your goals, guys. If you want to make them happen, you got to put them in front of your eyes and ears every single day. Here's a good tip. I have my goals written on a little index card, and I keep it with my phone. So every time I open my phone, I see my goals written right there in front of me, all the things that I want to accomplish, timelines. And so you just definitely have to get that in front of you, because the only person that you're going to affect is you. And if you're ready for change, you got to start changing what you do.
All right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from Coach Nikisha Vaughn. Let's welcome to the call, Coach Nikisha Vaughn.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, what do you have for us today? I'm ready. I got my pen and pad.
Okay, we're running out of time, so we are going to be really quick and dirty, because you guys know how we get. So today I'd like to talk about 10 networking don'ts. So, you know, I always talk a little bit about what we're supposed to be doing, but sometimes we have to check and make sure we haven't developed any bad habits along the way. So I have 10 different things that we're going to be talking about today, and I hope we all take service of these, because the more that we can improve upon ourselves, you know, I'm always telling my kids this. You can't control what anybody else does, but you can always control what you do. And so it's always important that we're taking stock of what we are and what we aren't doing in our business. Because at the end, everybody on the line, every leader here, everybody wants to grow, and everybody wants to be better, and everybody wants to have more. So let's just make sure that we're always taking stock of what we are and aren't doing, and make the corrections so that we can start off our Mondays in a positive way to affect the rest of the week. Okay, Pastor Denise, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's go. Okay, so number one, overinflating the products or service. You know, one of the things we have to be very careful here is we don't make any medical claims. You know, we're not doctors, and you can't make medical claims, and supplements are not approved by the FDA. And so we have to make sure that we're keeping our, results and our excitement and enthusiasm based on a lot of the testimonials that we're hearing. So I know that Robert asked everyone to go ahead and make that video. I don't know if you've made your video yet, but go ahead and make your video and send it in, because the more testimonials we have, that's what people are looking for. I could go on all day long about the products and what they do, but you know what really people want to know? They want to know if it works. And not only do they want to know if it works for you, but they want to know if it works for somebody else. And so instead of making medical claims, instead of overinflating the products and service and saying it's going to cure cancer, just send them to a testimonial of someone who has had Alzheimer's and now by an MRI no longer has Alzheimer's, or someone like Pastor Denise who was going to have a lung transplant, doesn't have to have a lung transplant anymore. And so you don't have to make medical claims. You can just send people over to the testimonials. Number two, embellishing your income. You know, this is a really common mistake sometimes, because people are always going to ask you, well, how much money are you making? And the truth is, how are you supposed to answer that? You could have talked to somebody 6 months ago who signs up today, or talk to somebody today who will sign up 6 months from now. So it's really hard for you to, estimate your income, especially if you're new into this business. So the best way to get around this one is three-way calls. That's income validation. You don't have to be the one who's making the money. They just want to know that someone is making the money. So this is definitely when you want to reach out to your upline, your sideline, and really connect with people who are making lots of money in this business, and go ahead and have them get on the line with your prospect. And so it's really easy to kind of overcome some of these common challenges that we have just by doing three-way calls. And three-way calls is great, especially for new distributors, because all you have to do is now edify the person that you're putting on the line, put your phone on mute, sit back, and allow somebody else to close your prospect. That is the easiest way to start duplicating your business. And it's a great way to avoid embellishing your income. Number three, talking negatively about the industry, the company, or another distributor. You know, I'm always a person who says you have to deal with integrity. And you want to make sure that instead of going around and talking negatively about the company or what they're doing or what the industry and network marketing doesn't work and blah, 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 and all the things that you hear, show your excitement about the business, about your future, about your team's future. You know, you can go and find a negative Nelly a dime a dozen. It is not hard to find someone who's going to tell you something negative about this company, tell you something negative about this industry, tell you something negative about yourself. So what you have to do is go out there and show your excitement about what you're doing. Be excited about your future. That's why Pastor Denise says keep your goals in front of you every day, because there's going to be days where you're going to wake up and you might not want to do this today. You might not want to talk to somebody today. And that's That's okay. Because when you start to look at your goals, you realize why you're doing what you're doing. And so that's a great way to combat all the negativity that's out there about our industry, about our company. Well, I actually don't hear very many negatives about our company, but, just the industry in general. Just show your excitement and be excited about your future. Keep your goals in front of you. Know your why. And people are attracted to that because if you're excited about things, they're going to be excited about things. Number 4, inconsistency. Showing up, disappearing, being hot and cold, it crushes your momentum. It's so important that we develop a daily method of operation. Make sure that we are always doing income-producing activities. Income-producing activities would be talking to people about the business, handing out your business cards, weekly TTPs, and most importantly, following up. Look, I can tell you guys right now, we are getting the word out. People are knowing about 10. People are knowing about the sprays. But are we following up with people? Are we putting people into a system where we are constantly checking in with them, giving them more information, inviting them to calls, inviting them to events? That's definitely where you're going to get your fortune. A lot of people think that, I contacted somebody and, they didn't seem that excited. Well, statistically speaking, you have to contact somebody 5 times in order to close 80% of your sales. So are you giving that person a contact 5 times, 5 different exposures, either with 3-way calls or events or corporate calls or webinars? What is it that you're doing? You have to make sure that we're constantly following up with people. And when we do that, we'll become more consistent. And when we do that, we'll start to create more momentum in our team. So it's just important that we don't crush momentum with inconsistency. And it's easy sometimes, you take some time off for the vacation. Oh, yeah, January, I'm going to get started. January comes. January goes, and it's like, there's another promotion I didn't take care of. There was another TTP I didn't schedule. Don't do that in 2015. 2015 is going to be your year to be consistent about your business and to grow your business to whatever level it is that you have in your mind. I speak that over your life. Okay, number 5, stealing someone else's distributor. We never, ever, 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 ever steal anybody else's distributor. One of the thank you, Pastor Denise, ever. One of the things I love about Team Effort Network is that despite all the hoopla that goes around, we are a family and we operate in high integrity. I've never heard of anybody who sent somebody somewhere and had that distributor not come back again. And so you want to make sure that we continue to have that culture that we've created where you can send your family member anywhere in the whole entire world and feel safe and confident that that person will come back to you excited about this business and ready to sign up. So you have to make sure that we never, ever, 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 ever steal someone else's distributor, even if somebody's stolen your distributor. Doesn't matter, right? Because we can't control what they do. We can only control what we do. And we have to spend the night with ourselves at the end of the day. So we want to make sure that we operate in high integrity and we never, ever, 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 ever steal anybody's distributor. I don't know if I made that clear. Ever. Yes. Number 6, making it about yourself and not about your prospect or your team. This is a key one that people forget sometimes. And we get so excited about this business that we could go on and on and on about the product and about the opportunity and how excited we are for our future. Let me tell you something. Prospects don't care. They don't care about your future. What they care about is their future and what they want to do and all the goals that they want to make. So we have to be really good listeners when we're talking to our prospects because we have to make sure that we really understand what it is that they want. If we're talking to a prospect and they're saying, I'm not feeling well, I'm sick, and we start going on about 10 and the great opportunity with this dual core double binary, and you get paid on this and that, you're totally going to lose them because you weren't listening to hear that they are really more interested in their health. Or let's say you get another business partner and they're saying, I'm so broke, I can't do this, I can't do that. And you're going on and on about Garcinia Cambogia and how much weight that they could lose. We're not listening again. We have to make sure that we're listening to people and listening to their needs and not making it about ourselves and what we want to do, right? It's really about them and what they want to do. And with your teams, we have to make sure that we're encouraging new leaders. Our job is to learn it, then you teach it, and then you teach to teach it. Because we don't want to make this a job, right? If we are just leaders and we never get to do anything but lead our team, then it becomes a job. We want to have that duplication where you go down, 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 and you're finding leaders all down in your organization. not just you being the only leader. So it's really important that we encourage new leaders to get on the calls, to do new webinars, to have TTPs, because that's what's going to duplicate, and that's what's going to make it so that we can all reach the pinnacle of financial freedom with that passive residual income. Number 7, and I think everybody's been caught guilty of this, the success coma, where we're leading, but we're not recruiting, and we aren't doing the things that we're telling our distributors to do. That's all we're going to say about that. And so it's important that we keep moving forward and improving past performance. Look, guys, it is very easy to come out, have some real success, get some true leaders on here, and then you just want to sit back and relax. But what did Mel say? We got to get 4, right? We got to get 4 if we're really trying to max out this compensation plan. Got to get those 4 aces in your back pocket. And so we can't stop recruiting because we want to make sure that we're teaching our distributors that you always are talking about the business. You're always going to be encouraging people to look at the information that you have, to try the product, to listen to the testimonials. That just becomes your method of operation when you're running your business. So don't get caught up in the success coma, just resting on what you've done. Always, we have a very small window. I think Pastor Dale said like a year and a half, where we're really going to be able to take advantage of the timing of this opportunity. And you don't want that year and a half to pass away and you say, oh, yeah, I was in that company, Tim, but I never really quite got my feet on the ground. No, you want to be the person who says, I got in at the right time and the right place, and I went to work, and now look at me, and you're living the life of your dreams. That's really where we want to go. So don't rest on your laurels. Go out there, keep recruiting till you have those 4 aces and you have that income that you really deserve. Number 8, underestimating the amount of people you need to share the opportunity with to convert people to the business. This is a common mistake, and I can say that because maybe it's not your common mistake, but it was my definitely common mistake. When you come in and they're saying, you only need 2, you're thinking, yes, 2 people. I know exactly who's going to be so excited to join this business. And we don't think that we have to keep talking to people because you don't know where someone is in their life. I always tell people this was my story. When I first heard about network marketing, it was years ago, but I was never in a place to even hear it. Never even in a place to even understand what they were talking about or even take time to look at the information. But then when I became open, I recruited myself to my very first network marketing company. And so you have to make sure that you're continuing to talk to people, you're continuing to follow up with people, because you never know where people are. So don't underestimate and say, I'm only going to talk to 2 people. Just talk to everybody, because really, we want everybody to have good wealth. We want everybody to have good health. These sprays are changing people's lives, and you don't know who you're going to pass, who's been struggling with something for years, and you can give them a spray. And now all of a sudden, something that they were taking 10 medications for, they don't have to take medications for anymore. And again, I'm not saying that I'm a doctor. I'm telling you what the testimonials are saying about people who are really struggling in their health, who someone just offered them a spray and it changed their life. And you want to be that person. So don't underestimate how many people you need to talk to. Just talk to everybody. That makes it a lot easier. Number 9, trying to convince your prospects. We can't really spend time on the nose. We don't have time for it, people. We are in a race for our financial freedom. We have to go, go, go. We expose, but we don't impose. You want to constantly just be giving the information out, just put people in your follow-up system, and boom, there you go, go. And you may not see any results the first couple of times, but you know what? Within 30 days, you're going to start to see results, because all those seeds that you planted, you're going to have to start reaping that harvest. But if you haven't planted any seeds, at the end of the month, don't look for the harvest. It won't be there. So we always have to make sure that we're planting seeds, we're talking to everybody, and don't spend time on people with the no's. If they say no, they could be like me. They're not in a place. It doesn't matter. You could have told me that Mel and Amy were giving out bags of money. I probably still wouldn't have believed you, and I would have moved on with my life. So you can't spend time on the no's. All you can do is put them in your follow-up system and go after the yeses. And then number 10, failing to take action. It's so easy to pretend to be working because you can't get fired. Nobody from 10 is going to call you and say, Pastor Denise, we've been looking at your numbers. You're not quite hitting our performance expectations. We're going to let you go. No, they're not. As long as she's saying her auto ship, she is active to work the business or not work the business to her heart's content. And so we have to make sure that we are working this business. It is network marketing, not net rep marketing. It's network marketing. And we have to get to work, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the best position with, I believe, the best company out there. Are there other companies? There's other companies. Are there other products and compensation plans, yes, but you've planted your flag here because you know Mel and Amy, you trust Mel and Amy, and you know that whatever they've set up, they're doing it for the best. They're doing it so that everybody have a chance to change their lives. But it's not going to happen if we don't work. So 2015, we are not going to pretend to work. We are going to work. We are going to work harder than we've ever worked so that we can get things that we've never had before. We are going to go out there and we're going to share this opportunity and follow up with people every single day. It's going to be our method of operation. You watch. Your life will change for the better. So I hope that this has encouraged somebody. I hope you've been able to look and see, am I working on the right things? What do I need to change? If you looked at this and said, check, Nikisha, I'm all in balance, good for you. Go out there and share this with your team. Encourage people. We don't want to let this opportunity pass us by because you are in the prime position to change your life in 2015. Back to you, Pastor Denise.
Woo, great stuff. I tell you something, don't you love it when you have someone that can just hold you accountable, that will just push you out of that comfort zone, that it gets you out of that mode that you feel like it's not working, it's not moving, I'm not getting anyone. You just need that coaching to get you on fire again. And I sure hope that's what it did for you because what Nikisha was sharing, it just got me pumped up and ready to go. And I agree 100%, Nikisha. This is the year you want to work harder for yourself than you have ever worked before. This is the year you're going to plant your seeds because without planting a seed, guess what? There will never be a harvest. Plant your seed. And you know what? I've heard people say before, you know, when you plant a seed, you got to plant it and put it in the next ground under the dirt. But do you go back 2 days later and dig it up and look at it to see if it's getting ready to sprout? No, because you can't dig it up again because what happens? It's going to die. So you plant that seed, you live it there, you work on it, you cover it, you water it, you let the sun shine on it, put some bee spray on there, you know, you watch it, you take care of it, and then eventually the harvest, you will reap your harvest. But this is the year. This is the beginning of the year. I mean, I want you to make January that determination month. This month that, boy, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this thing. Woo, I'm going to do this thing. And we have great leaders, Nikisha. You know, you talked about the leaders. We have great leaders in 10. I mean, great leaders. And we have great leaders that are coming aboard. My goodness, and you are the new team members that have come aboard. You've joined maybe December, maybe January. You have these wonderful ideas. You have a great leader, Keith Moultrie. I'm telling you, this guy is just on fire. He's like nonstop leader. He has some great ideas, wonderful ideas. And for those that are here on the East Coast and anybody who wants to come, we're going to have a phenomenal training this coming Saturday, the 17th. I mean, a great training. There's some wonderful things we are going to be bringing to the table that you're going to love. And Keith is doing some things that's just phenomenal for the team. He just came aboard, and he's so willing to help and share his knowledge with everyone on the team, and that's what we're getting here at Team With the Network. So if you're new on board and you say, "Boy, I just joined, but I don't want to bring my talent. I don't want to, give any suggestion because they might not receive it because I'm new." Oh, not at all. If you have something that's going to make a difference in the growth of your business and the growth of your team, then bring it to us. Let's do this thing together. This is a family business, and we're going to work it like a family business. Coach Nikisha Bond, it is great the information that you shared today. I love it. Family, take it, run with it, and let's make it happen. 2015 is our year. Let's bring in Pastor Dell. Pastor Dell, are you there? Isn't that great information that Nikisha shared this morning? Pastor Dell, wait for, are you there?
I was talking on mute. Talking on mute. Hey, I tell you, Nikisha Bond, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Nikisha, you here? Well, let me tell you, girl, you're the bomb. I wish I was smart as you when I was 34. You're 34.
I just turned 34, yeah.
That's 34. Well, I tell you, I wish I was smart as you when I was 34. Always awesome job, outstanding job. And hats off to you again for all the stuff that you're doing and your executive training. I call it executive training. Everybody ought to be on the call on Monday for executive training. That's some of the things that we have here at 10 guys I'm really excited about is we have some really, really good people here at 10. If you're not growing your business, that's because you haven't reached out to the right people. The Pastor Denise, myself, and all of the leaders like Kevin Vaughn and Nikisha Vaughn and Vicky Soto, and, you can just name all of the people that are just really willing to help you grow your business and help you to succeed in your business. If you're not succeeding in your business, you're not talking to the right people. So you need to get the help. Reach out and get some help, because there's help here. And on Mondays, that executive training is something that we all need. I take away something every single time as a result of what we hear on these calls. So I'm excited again to have you on the call, and we look forward again to all that God is continuing to do, not only in 10 but in each one of our lives. Thank you so much.
Great call. Let's go out to the UK with Dr. Nita Poole with our quote for today. Dr. Poole, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me today, Denise?
I can indeed. How are you?
I am good. And woo, exciting. Danny Glover at Santa Clara. And Danny Glover won't be the first of the celebrities. I'm absolutely sure about that. So, we've got something here for everyone, whether they are unwell. I know we don't claim to treat, cure, or prevent, but we've got the testimonials of people improving with all sorts of conditions, basically. Or whether it's somebody who's absolutely super fit, like Danny Glover, and, already wealthy. Actually, people need these sprays. And, of course, it's an added bonus that we can make it pay for itself, and unlimited profit, too. So, yeah, just like Denise said, it just takes two, and then helping those two get there too, and staying focused and disciplined, exactly as Denise said and exactly as Nikisha said, income-producing activities, having that daily discipline of routine. And I'm going to add to that being committed and loyal. There's always going to be people who come along with other opportunities, basically. There are always. And if you're going to look at those opportunities to seriously consider them, then you can say to yourself right now, I don't have 100% belief in myself, and I'm not 100% committed to this. One has to have so much commitment and loyalty that one knows that as soon as something else comes across one's desk or in the email or across Facebook or wherever it is, one knows straight away, I'm not even going to look at it. There's only one reason to look at it, and that is if it's to do with market research. And obviously, many of us always get contacted by all sorts of different people, whether it is a completely different type of opportunity or whether, as is beginning to sprout up, similar types of opportunities. Because I can tell you this, Mel and Amy are complete visionaries. They were the first people to set up video email, video web conferencing, video web shows, video channels, video broadcasting, live and recorded, with an absolutely superior pay plan. They have been the first people to set up oral health sprays, these kinds of products, these high-quality ingredients with a high payout pay plan and all sorts of other things attached to it. Cars, trips, money, you name it, it's there, basically. And, of course, there's going to be people who come along and copy it. But, if you're the leader of the pack, which is what Mel and Amy are, and what Team Effort International is, it's the leader of the pack. There's always going to be a pack that comes along. And if you haven't got 100% belief in yourself, this company, these products, and where we are going, that is the most important thing. We are going big time. Then you're going to let yourself down. Obviously, I've had people come along to me. There's one reason why I clicked on the link. Only one. I had already made up my mind that it's not going to be for me. Whatever I saw, it was not going to be for me. There's only one reason I clicked on the link, to see what's around, for my own market research. And I can tell you this right now, I have not come across anything that can match what Mel and Amy have given us. Not quality of ingredients, not innovation, not the type of ingredients, the way it's been put together, the naturalness of it, the cutting edge aspect of it, the branding, the pay plan, and a simple pay plan, the websites, the back office, the team that we have, fantastic leaders like Dale, Denise, Nikisha, and many, many, many others. I mean, Denise, I really take my hat off to you. Every single day, you are like a ray of sunshine bringing these calls. And Dale, you are absolutely fantastic. And I am honored to be working with Dale and Denise and in their team. And I can tell you this, you're not going to find another Dale and Denise and another Nikisha and another Kevin Vaughan and another John PV and another Vicky Soto and all sorts of different people and another Memo and another Prissy and all sorts of different people. You're not going to find that kind of loyal, committed, disciplined, focused people elsewhere. And the other thing to think about is reputation. If you're going to be jumping around all sorts of different places, you're not building up a reputation. And your story is your reputation. So, you know, obviously, I can see even here in the UK exactly what goes on worldwide. And sometimes I just laugh to myself when I check certain things and I get my emails and I get my social media aspects and all sorts of different things and I see what's going on because people who blast out this opportunity and I'm planting my flag here and then they're planting their flag elsewhere and come and join me here and come and join me there. And actually they're moving from thing to thing. And as we have the followers begin to come along after the TEN sprays, following the leader of the pack, that's TEN sprays, we're going to have people who swap around from place to place. Those people, you need to stop and think to yourself, what are you doing to your reputation? Because eventually you'll get to the stage where you say, I found this and I'm planting my flag here, and no one is going to believe you. You know, when Dale, Denise, myself, and loads of other people say, we have planted our flag with Team Effort International, they believe us. Because we've been committed, we've been loyal, and we are not swaying. So you can come along with whatever opportunity to us, we are not swaying. And that is how the whole team needs to be. Completely focused, committed, and loyal. And if you look at the money that's going to be in your pay packet, you're not going to have residual income unless you get that 100% belief right now, that 100% commitment, and that 100% loyalty and 100% income-producing activities, just like Nikisha said. Because residual income, which is the big thing, the money that you get week after week, month after month, constantly you're earning constant monthly income for doing your original work long after the work is done. So now's the time to put into the work to get the residual income for a lifetime. And there's few companies that's going to be around in a lifetime. And Team Effort International already has a 10-year track record. It's already done it with another division, the first division, my video talk, and it's going to do it now with TEN. And in the future, it's going to do it with other divisions. And in TEN, we know from Mel and Amy, they've already announced on the last Jumpstart call, they are already working on the 6th product. So every time they bring out a product, it's going to be leading edge. And of course we're going to get the copycats, but they're never going to have what we have. Because in Mel and Amy's mind, they've already worked out where they're going and the next visionary leading edge thing. So if you want a company like that this is the company for you. If you want to have different things, and it's a complete advantage to have unique things that are ahead of the pack. If you really understand what being ahead of the pack is, then you need to be in TEN and close your eyes to absolutely everything else. It's all about commitment. We have a massive opportunity. Every single trend points towards it, whether it's with nutrition, whether it's income, whether it's the trends that are happening in the world. And tomorrow I'll be speaking about some really important trends that fit in completely with what we're doing. But, just for example, do you know price is actually quite volatile, and actually in some places going down on certain commodities. The price of milk, which is a very, very nutritious substance, is actually less than the price of bottled water. But people are so confused, they're buying bottled water. We don't always need bottled water. We do need milk. They are now so confused about whether to have energy drinks, whether to have orange juice, whether to have bottled water. They're not understanding even that something simple like milk that's cheap is way ahead in terms of its nutritional content than energy drinks or bottled water or anything else, basically. Orange juice. What we need to be very aware of is the big marketing hype that goes on in the food and nutritional industry. And we have something that is completely natural, that is needed. And we need to combat all that marketing hype that's been put out by the big corporations to sell their stuff, that actually is marketed in a way that seems to be advantageous, but it's not really, because there's hidden things going on. You would think that a simple drink like orange juice is very nutritious. We all know we need to stay away from orange juice that has added sugar and additives and all of that kind of stuff. And you can look on the ingredients and you can make sure that these things are not in it. And maybe it has a little bit of extra vitamin C, extra minerals, whatever, extra what you think is natural added to it. And you would think that you're drinking something very natural and very nutritious, especially if it's not from concentrate. Okay? So these are the things, generally somebody who's interested in nutrition or who's aware, they might get to that stage and then they buy this orange juice. The reality is that if you cut up an orange, that has far more nutrition than drinking this kind of orange juice that's being marketed. Even orange juice that is not from concentrate is actually, the water is taken out of it. It is stored for months, sometimes up to a year, and then the water is added back into it and flavor is added back into it. So even something like orange juice actually doesn't contain the original nutrition that the oranges had. Have you ever wondered why a certain batch of or a certain brand of orange juice always tastes the same? Because it's added flavor, added back into it. Because you can copyright flavor. But flavor comes, when you add flavor back, it's not actually the original nutrition. And it may even have a sound like nutritional substances, but that doesn't mean it's really natural. So why am I saying all this? Because we need to be very aware what's happening nutritionally out there, because we have part of the answer to what's happening out there. You know, the big corporations are not going to stop this kind of marketing. What we need to do is to be aware of it and be aware that we've got something that can help people, because it's got the antioxidants, it's got vitamins, it's got minerals, and it's easily absorbed by the body in a far superior way, and there's going to be even more products coming along. So, it's all about creating the momentum of nutritional education, and it's all about creating the momentum of team building and loyal teamwork together, and it's all about creating the momentum of income packets, basically. So Tony Robbins said, success comes from taking the initiative and following up, persisting, eloquently expressing the depth of your belief and love. What simple action could you take today to produce a new momentum towards success in your life? That's what he said. That's what we need to do. Michael Corder said, one way to keep momentum going is to have constantly greater goals. Both Denise and Nikisha spoke about goals. Really, really important. Ban Ki-moon said, throughout human history, in any great endeavor requiring the common effort of many nations and men and women everywhere, we have learnt it is only through seriousness of purpose and persistence that we ultimately carry the day. We might liken it to riding a bicycle, he said. You stay upright and move forward so long as you keep up the momentum and belief. Charles G. Given said, success requires first extending 10 units of effort to produce 1 unit of results. Your momentum will then produce 10 units of results with each unit of effort. And that is exactly TEN. That's exactly the pay plan. You put in the effort initially, you reap loads of benefit. In fact, exponential benefit if you're committed, you're loyal, and you just keep doing the same thing. Find two, help those find two, basically, and your pay packet will exponentially go up, and you'll exponentially be helping people, basically, by teamwork. So Brian McGill said, enthusiasm is the energy and force that builds literal momentum of the human soul and human mind. Back to you, Denise.
Dr. Anita Poole from the UK, thank you so very much for sharing all that information. We are going big time, and we are committed, and we are loyal to Team Effort Network, and it's going to pay off, family. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. You can believe that. Nikisha Barnes, thank you for all the great quotes that you brought, quotes and all the great bullet points that you brought with us today to stay focused and to know what we're doing here at Team Effort Network. Family, this is your year. This is your year. Write those goals down. Come on, family. Write it down. If you have not written them down, come on, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. Write your goals down. Look at it daily. Confess it. One of our goals is to, by January 2016, make that $22,750 a month monthly residual. We already know that's one of our goals. Everybody should already have that one written down. Write it down, look at it, confess it every day, because it's coming to pass. Thank you all for being here.
Hey, one quick thing I just want to remind everybody, in case you got on the call late, we're having a Trinidad conference call tonight. If you have anybody that you know in Trinidad that you want to introduce our business to, you definitely want to get on this call and get that information tonight. So please give me a call at 202-747-8009, 202-747-8009, and we can get you plugged into the conference call numbers, and and we'll post it on the Tenacious website. Listen, guys, we're growing leaps and bounds. 24-15 is going to be the best year yet. And we're doing everything from a leadership standpoint to put out all the stops, to give you the tools, give you the resources, give you the training, give you everything that we possibly can muster up to make sure that you're successful in 2015. So let's go do it, guys.
Let's do it. Let's go. Do not forget to join the Spanish call that starts at 9:10 this morning, Pacific, right here at this number. Get your Spanish speaking guests on. I'm sure they're going to talk about the big event that happens this weekend in California. Thank you all for being here today. Be back again tomorrow morning to hear more great things about what's happening in Team Effort Network. You are loved and you are appreciated. God bless you all. Have a blessed day on purpose.